What is up, everybody? It's Rob here with another episode of Wasting Wildcards here on Malta 5, your favorite place for all things mediocre and interesting, you could say. Some may say jank, but most of the decks I play are not janky. They are strictly tier 3 fun brews that I really enjoy playing. And this week I am playing a Simic Elfball deck. I've named it Fishy Elves because the star of the show is this, I guess he's a lizard, but, you know, in my opinion, I would say he's more fishy. But, yeah, it's basically a mix of, a tempo deck, a stompy deck, and, like, an Elfball combo deck. So your key pieces are the elves. You got your Llanowar elves, your Pelt Collector, your Growth Chamber Guardian, Thorn Lieutenant. Clan Caller here is our only lord, and one of the key pieces to getting our little weenies pretty pumped up and big. We got a Marwyn, which is kind of part of the combo piece. Once Marwyn gets going, we have tons of mana, not to mention the occasional massive beater. Steel Leaf Champion, just to, you know, beat down. We got a Beast Whisperer, which is another key piece. It's what all our card advantage comes from. Basically, once you get a Beast Whisperer and a Marwyn online, you are drawing so many cards, producing so much mana. And then we got a Frilled Mystic, kind of the reason we're splashing blue. So a deck like this is usually incredibly weak to control, I guess. So you'd stuff like sweepers or just disruption, stuff that can wipe all the boards off the table or creatures off the board. So having some kind of protection from those kinds of spells in Frilled Mystic, and also the 3 counter spells in Spell Pierce and Negate, are kind of the way we win those matches. Basically, you get to turn 4, you're about to go off with all your elves and stuff, and then they just play like a Kaya's Wrath, and then you're nowhere. And that's no fun. And then to top our curve off, we got 1 End-Raze Forerunners, kind of serving as the standard legal Crater of Behemoth. Not nearly as good, not giving stuff trample. It's trample is pretty key, but it's still pretty big. And when you have a very wide board of little elves, giving them all +2/+2 and vigilance. Wait, I lied. They do get trample. I'm an idiot. All right, this card is pretty good. But yeah, the mana base is pretty basic. We have some islands. We got full playset Breeding Pool, 2 Hinterland Harbor. I would play 4 if I was not free to play and not grinded for all my cards. Hopefully I'll have 4 at some point. And then a deck like this can fully utilize Unclaimed Territory, which is one of the most powerful lands in Standard if you're playing a tribal deck. So usually we've only seen this in that weird Warrior, Jund, or Gruul deck, but it's kind of weird there. But in this deck, you can cast literally everything except End-Raze Forerunner, Negate, or Spell Pierce. But usually, if you're this high, that's not even a problem. You have all the green you need. And then here, our blue is pretty consistent. And usually you're not casting these early game. You're casting those around turn 4, 5, 6 to keep your opponent from destroying you. So yeah, let's also we're playing best of 1, not best of 3. This is arena, so I'm trying to embrace the arena format. So yeah, let's take it through a constructed event. So I've had some pretty good success with this deck. Usually decks like games that win kind of look more like just your typical stompy deck. You know, turn 1 Llanowar Elf, turn 2 Steel Leaf Champion, some protection. Like right here, this is a perfectly fine hand. Turn 1 Pelt Collector into turn 2 Thorn Lieutenant. That's fine stompy draw. 2 lands, both of our colors. Hopefully you will continue to draw lands, so our Beast Whisperer and Frilled Mystic are online. Usually I like having like a Llanowar Elf or some kind of mana producing elf early, but this will do fine. I've tried versions of this deck where I play more ramp, but since this specific build doesn't really have any super mana intensive cards other than the 1 End-Raze Forerunners, it didn't seem super necessary to load up with mana producers. Obviously, when you have the mana producers, Beast Whisperer and Marwyn and stuff, you just start going crazy. But yeah, I just kept it simple. So here, I think I'm just going to play a forest, not give any information that we're splashing blue, play a Thorn Lieutenant, and just bash in. Our opponent here, just playing a basic forest. We could be playing Stompy, Golgari, Sultai. Okay. So it seems like our opponent here is on some kind of Saproling Brew, which is fine with me. Throw down another Thorn Lieutenant, and I'm willing to offer the trade for the Pellet Collector here. Decks like this, you just don't want them to go wide, because that's when bad stuff happens. All right. So it looks like we're playing against a Dominaria draft deck, which is completely fine. Let's name Elf. So now everything's online. I could hold up Frilled Mystic to basically protect from anything they play next. I could play a Beast Whisperer to get my card advantage thing online. But right now it's looking like my curve is pretty good. They can't really profitably trade for anything. So I'm going to hold up Frilled Mystic, and I'm just going to bash in with the Thorn Lieutenants. If I had a much worse kind of hand here, I would probably play the Beast Whisperer first, but I don't want to just play this and have it get cast down or removed by something like that. Whereas now, they're going to play this. I will Mystic it. Then now they just have a 2/2, and they could not really do much here. It looks like they may have also missed their land drop, which would be pretty clutch. Awesome. So I'm just going to keep attacking. I know I could potentially just wait and get more advantage from here, but I'm willing to trade off the Mystic. I just want his board clear, because once I get my creatures online, I just want to be able to continuously bash in and just keep going wider and not let my opponent here build up a board state. So next turn, potentially, we can play both of these creatures, draw 2 cards, probably hit more of our land drops, draw more gas. It's looking like our 2/3s are also lending themselves pretty good against our board as he plays a 3/3. All right, so let's start by playing the 1-drop, see if we can hit our land drops and keep this going. Now, I do risk overextending myself, but considering they're playing what looks like a tokens deck, I don't think they will be playing any real board sweepers. Seems kind of counterintuitive. Let's see. Next turn, we have 6 mana guaranteed. We could play Marwyn, draw a card, then play Steel Leaf Champion. Let's see. All right, so name Elf. Get our Marwyn out there. Draw a card. Ooh, now we're playing. Now we are playing with a gasoline, as some people might say. Okay, so a 3/3 and a 2/3 that will kill anything. I kind of don't want to kill this off because I'm just going to continuously get card advantage off of it. Definitely not killing off my one source of card advantage. Let's see. I mean, I could eventually pump this and make it bigger, but I think I'd rather just make their board smaller, because at this point I can start getting Clan Callers and Guardians and just pumping up my Marwyn, getting an insane amount of card advantage. So basically, you can start to see how the whole Elfball thing is going to start happening. I'm drawing cards off of every card. I am getting more mana off of every card. Eventually, I'm going to start getting more mana. Okay, so our opponent let us live. At this point, if you draw an Endrace Forerunner, we're just going to crush our opponent, which would be a pretty fun way to do it. Okay, so they have blockers. Ooh, this is when it gets real stupid. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 mana. Let's start here. Draw 2 cards. Alright, so we're getting all of our mana. Can fetch another Clan Caller. Or a Growth Chamber. Or we can actually do both. Nope, I lied. Let's get another Clan Caller. God, we would get so wrecked by a friggin'... Okay, well. Our opponent saw through that. But yeah, you can see how this deck can do a lot of really fun stuff. All right, game number 2. Let's see if we can keep it going. So normally we don't play against decks that, you know, have 0 removal and are playing kind of... If I'm playing a tier 2.5 to tier 3 deck, our opponent was playing like a tier 5 deck. So, yeah. So here is a pretty good hand. Turn 1 Llanowar Elves. Then we got our turn 2 Marwyn or Steel Leaf Champion if something were to happen to our Elf Druid here. But we're going to keep this. My computer appears to be chugging along trying to run this, which is bizarre. Okay, so one thing our deck is very good against is Starhammer. Mono blue, weirdly, because a lot of their spell pierces, dive downs are all pretty dead cards. Like, they can use dive down to try to profitably block, but we're not trying to kill their creatures, so they're not really getting any benefit from that. So let's go Elf. So you kind of want to get this out early, but against mono blue, Steel Leaf Champion is just such a goddamn beat. They can't block, and it's a 4-turn clock. So I think getting our Steel Leaf Champion out early is probably the best bet. The only real thing they can do against Steel Leaf Champion is play a Merfolk Trickster, tap it down, and keep it from attacking. But it's not like they can block profitably from there. I guess their Tempest Djinns were going to get bigger. Yeah, not much they can do. So they have 1 mana up, which is fine. They cannot counter any of my creatures for 1 mana. We're going to start doing pretty good here. So they clearly have a 1 mana instant. It's probably an opt or dive down. Yep. So we got our train rolling. 4 turns with Steel Leaf Champion. The chances of them not having like a Merfolk Trickster slow us down and stuff are pretty low because they are also bashing in hard now. Best draw now would probably be another Steel Leaf Champion, wouldn't hurt. A Growth Chamber Guardian to get the train rolling. I mean, we can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana next turn. Nope, I lied. 7 mana next turn. That's pretty spicy, but I would have to tap down my entire team. And they have 2 mana up, so I don't want to really... So let's see here. I'm going to get in with just Steel Leaf Champion, because if they do flash into Trickster, I don't want to trade off any of my mana here. I've been playing this deck on and off for a while, and I have yet to have a chance to even cast this card, so I'm very much hoping they tap out for something. So say they play like a Tempest Djinn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's 8. That's a bummer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now we have some thinking to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I played this, I think I just play this. I can't counter it. Can't flash in anything. Can block one of my cards. They all have trample. I'm pretty sure this would be lethal. I could do the math, but math is for blockers. Yeah, I'm just going to say this is probably lethal. They could like dive down their Tempest Djinn to keep me from trampling over with one thing. Yeah, but that's still exactsies, as the kids say. And there we go. I got to play End-Raise Forerunners against Mono Blue Devotion, or not Devotion. I wish. I miss the Devotion days. I miss them so. Ooh, gems. Okay, well, I fixed the weird screen problem that was happening. Turns out, after the update, it automatically turns VSync on, and I have a G-Sync monitor, and yeah, that'll really mess up your frame rate, apparently. Alright, so we got turn 1 Llanowar Elves, and to turn 2 Steel Leaf, or, depending on the matchup, if it doesn't look like it's removal heavy, we can go Pel Collector into Thorn Lieutenant, then Steel Leaf to evolve this twice. So this is a very good hand. We also have 2 green and 3 blue sources, so our counter's online. Okay, mono red. Mono red is most likely going to be a turn 2 Steel Leaf if they're dumb and don't kill my Llanowar Elf. So this is probably going to die now, which means turn 2 we're going to play Thorn Lieutenant, which is very good against mono red because you at least get another creature on the board after they inevitably lightning strike it or wizard lightning it. Let's see here. If our opponent doesn't kill my Llanowar Elf, they're doing this game wrong. I guess they could be debating how they want to kill my Llanowar Elf. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so 2-3 here, pretty good. Now, I could have played like Pel Collector and held up Spell Pierce, but I mean this is just gonna die. This would, I don't know, blank not much. Okay, so they're going to light up the stage, I assume. Okay. And they completely whiffed, which is glorious. Okay, so we play our land. Play Growth Chamber Guardian. I hold up Spell Pierce. I'm gonna hold back still. I don't want to get greedy and have them start profitably blocking and get my board down. Oh my god, this feels so good. Hello, my sweet, sweet experiment. Get your merfolk here dressed like Dwayne The Rock Johnson when he's getting his Samoa dance on. Piercing that spell. Alright, so... I think we just want a 4/4 here. And no attacks. Oh man, poor opponent. Whiffed on the light up the stage, and their only other real source of card advantage got countered by an elf deck. Alright, so now... Do we go for mana? Do we just go for beats? Or card advantage? I'm going to play this because although drawing cards would be great, if they were to kill it now, then I know exactly what's in their hands. But that was pretty fast. I don't think they have. I think now, since I have another growth chamber, I start the beatdowns. I doubt they'll block here. They're thinking about it, though. It's... Yeah. I mean, I feel like... I don't know what I would do in that situation. I feel like you block with the Lava Runner. You get no real benefit. Our opponent is flooding out, which is good for us, bad for them. Okay. Now let's see what we do. 5 mana. We'll start with... growth chamber. Draw a card. I mean, you could do something to hold up Spell Pierce, but at this point they have so much mana they're going to pay for it. So then let's go Steel Leaf. Yeah, so now our board is pretty substantial against theirs. There's not much they can do. Okay, so our opponent is starting to jump block. I don't think they have like a Wizard's Lightning or anything, or they probably would have fired it off on Beast Whisperer already. Oh man, 7 lands. Chain Whirler. Normally it would be good against an Elves deck, but this deck is surprisingly got big butts. The first strike is pretty good. I mean, it kind of... Do I really care about anything here? So this represents card advantage, and this can get pumped, so I guess I'll just trade my Steel Leaf Champion off. Worst thing that could happen to me is that they get an Experimental Frenzy online with that thing out. So now they have no cards in hand. Let's go Marwyn. Ooh. Clan Caller. Can't be killed, can't be killed, can't be killed. Yeah, so barring some miracle-esque Experimental Frenzy turn, even then, the best they could do is have 4 mana. Which, yeah, there we go. Our opponent was pretty mana screwed there, but, you know, our little elves held their own. 3 wins, let's keep it going, let's keep it going. So turn 2 Marwyn, followed by a couple Frilled Mystics. It's not bad. I think this is a pretty good keep. Looking like probably mono red again. Okay, so normally I'd play Marwyn, but Steel Leaf survives Lightning Strike. It blocks well, and it attacks through a lot of their creatures, so it's the easy pick there. Might fire something off, get rid of our Llanowar Elves. Okay. Alright, so they're burning 2 burn spells on it. Oh, wow. Pretty good. Pretty good, opponent. Okay, so now we need to start stabilizing. So hope our opponent didn't have the nut draw and kill us this turn. And we draw into some land, get some Frilled Mystic action going. Okay. So I go to 1 here. Gross. No. Okay, so hopefully they don't have a creature with haste. Crisscross. I'm probably dead here. Yes, I am. Good a game, sir. Well, mono red did as mono red does. Okay, turn 1 elf into turn 2 clan caller. A little risky getting this thing out so early, but I think that's a keep. Up against Rockman here from Mega Man. See how the artificial intelligence can deal. Oh man, mono red again. Okay, well at least we have backup Llanowars. So I'm playing a Llanowar Elf here instead of the Clan Callers because this is just going to instantly get killed. So I'd rather try to just kind of use this as a punching bag until I can get some bigger stuff online. Well, it's not a bad 3 cards in a row. I mean, I assume there's going to be some pirating of this poor elf's neck pretty soon, but that should be a-okay. So at least we were slowing down my opponent with the crazy amount of burn they have to throw at me. So now we have the potential of a 2-for-1 here. But they're smart and they save stuff for... Okay, not bad. The second experimental frenzy I countered today feels pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just gonna pass, have a blocker, and have this up to protect it. So we definitely have the potential to stabilize here. So my opponent is doing the old, most likely build up as much burn as he can. Okay. Definitely don't want to flash that in. Okay, I'm at 9 health. Play this tapped. Okay. So hopefully I don't have multiple things of burn. Interesting they would play it that way. So let's go Elf. Marwyn. Steel Leaf Champion. I mean, that was... I probably would have killed Marwyn. So now we're just going to start beating down. Next turn, we have Clan Caller, protecting our Clan Callers from Chain Whirlers. Our Marwyn's going to be huge. Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we just play another Steel Leaf first. Try to get our Marwyn bigger. Clan Caller. Clan Caller. Alright, and now we just bash in with everything, I guess? I'm trying to think of how this can go very badly for me. But this is a lethal attack, so I mean, this can't be blocked. So one of these has to be blocked. Yeah, next turn, barring, once again, a crazy experimental frenzy turn with Steamkin. Let's see. They have 1 card in hand. Say that's a 3 damage spell. I'm not really sure what they can do. I don't think they can do anything. I think we got this. All right, 2 games against Mono Red. Doing pretty good. Branch Whacker. Let's see what we're at up here. 116. I always end up cracking that just because, you know, I need the wild cards, but it is pretty cool seeing your progress. So hopefully we play against something else other than just mono red. We have a 2-to-1 win rate against them, but I'd like to see something else. Alright, so this is pretty slow. Nothing to do until turn 3, so we're definitely going to mulligan that. This is fine. Turn 1 into turn 2. Yeah, that's probably good. Something like a Steel Leaf Champion probably would have been best there just to get the extra counter on Pellet Collector, but not like Pellet Collector was long for this world anyway. Name elf. Growth chamber. I have a feeling that's also not long for this world. Name elf. Growth chamber guardian. So, I mean, we've already gained 6 life theoretically, and by that I mean, or 5 life we've prevented. Okay. I do not mind this at all. Our opponent can keep trying to burn me out, and I will continuously let it happen. Don't want that to resolve. Alright, well, ideally we start drawing some gas because this is going to go bad for us pretty soon. Oh, it's not the worst, I guess, but this is a cast trigger, so I'm definitely going to start getting damage. Let's just counter that. We're gonna hold back. So at this point, we got 7 mana. Playing against mono red. I mean, just like back-to-back Steel Leaf champions are probably what we want to do. Our opponents have used a ton of resources on our creatures, which is keeping us alive. So if I block here, then I'm literally just at the will of my top decks. Which I think, unfortunately, is kind of how you want to play it. Well, this is probably going to be dead next turn. But once again, let's see how much damage we've prevented. Almost an entire life's worth. Alright, so this is getting out of hand pretty quick. Okay, that was a good draw. This blocks well, it's hard to kill. Can attack through anything. That's a bummer. Can't block anymore. I don't think our opponent's probably going to want to trade their Steamkin, though. I lied. That's fine. I don't want to kill my champion. Ooh, baby. Here we go. It's a race. So to cast Risk Factor, they gotta get rid of one of their 2 cards. They don't have a ton of cards. Experimental Frenzy would definitely be their best draw right now. It would... So with this fully loaded, giving them more cards is super dangerous. So I'm just going to take the 4, go to 8. Hopefully they don't have like another one. Or a Frenzy. That would be a bummer. Well. Things aren't looking up. Good game, sir. Okay, well, mono red did as mono red does. Let's hopefully we keep this running. If not, I mean, you can see the deck has some play, and I'm sure there are all kinds of tweaks you can make to it to really optimize it. Maybe the counter spell suite should be different. Maybe this is just the wrong way to build Elfball in general. There's all kinds of sweet elf decks you can do it in standard right now. There's the Gruul one that uses Rhythm of the Wild and Banefire. There are the Simic one. There's mono green. There's Selesnya. That goes a little wider. You got some cards that give your stuff indestructible. I even have been messing around with a green-black Golgari one that uses the Poison Tip Archer and Gruesome Menagerie to bring your stuff back after sweepers. So instead of like countering, we just kind of get the advantage after. But let's see here. I go first. This is kind of slow, but if it's mono red again, Thorn Lieutenant is very good. And we're playing against the People's Champion here, so. Opponent probably, oh my god. Mono red is a disease. So that's what we played against the draft deck. Has it been mono red every other time? I don't even remember. All I remember is this silly goddamn Goblin Pirate. Well, glad I kept this because these are all very good against mono red. Not this so much. This is okay against everything if it lives. Alright, so we definitely want to start drawing lands. Any land will do. But we do have a pretty good brick wall. Well, I guess they could just be playing the burn me to death plan. Oh, God. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I'll be so sad if they completely burn us out. Guess we just gotta start beating down before that happens, because we are alarmingly close to that happening. Oh my god, that's literally the worst draw. Yeah, luckily our opponent is also not drawing lands. Oh, that's so good for them. So we're dead to a Wizard's Lightning? They have it. Oh, no, they don't have it. Oh, thank God. Oh, that fucking cocky dick. Alright, well. Let's let them think they had a good game. And, let's see if we can get through this. That can resolve, because that can't kill me. I say, a good day, sir. That's fine. It's A-okay with me, my dude. So now, I'm feeling pretty good. Nice. 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 Okay, I will also let that resolve, because that, again, cannot kill me. I want to keep him alive. And that, my friends, is why you do not taunt people. A good game, a good game, a good game. The most satisfying of victories. Ooh, a pack. It's the best part about Sunday. What we got? Rakdos the Showstopper. Alright, I mean, I don't know what deck to put that in, but I think I already have a couple. It's cool, though. Get a mythic. What are we at now? 117. Ooh. So, where am I? Oh god, oh god. No, we're not drafting. Where are we? Constructed event. Play. So, as much as I don't like constantly drafting old sets over and over again, the one good thing is I've drafted Guilds of Ravnica so many times that at this point, it's just like free fill up your treasure chest or whatever they call it. This is very good. Again, if you just continuously play against mono red, Thorn Lieutenant is a great wall. So with the exception of just like Llanowar Elves and Clan Caller, our deck is very immune to Chain Whirler, which is great. So mono red literally has to waste all their resources just kind of murdering my people. I would like to play against something else. Just, get a refresher. See a nice brew. See what they're doing over in the east. Hey, green. That's new. So, I guess the right play there probably would have played Marwyn. They're playing green. Green-red. All right, well. Let's go. Just get Marwyn online. So this could be the Gruul Warrior deck. Yes, it is. I feel like this deck actually probably lines up very well against ours. Their stuff is just bigger, faster. Okay, this is an interesting build. Okay, so let's go Clan Caller first. That way we actually get 2 mana extra. So now we have 4, 5, 6 mana. So we'll go Growth Chamber Guardian. Thorn Lieutenant. Offer up a trade. So we want to get rid of the Growth Chamber Guardian first. It's less damage, but it's more advantage. Okay, so if our Clan Caller survives this next turn, we can kind of start to go off. We're going to be able to get more Growth Chamber Guardians and more Clan Callers. Okay, well, that was to be expected. Oh, the perfect draw for our opponent in the one time we didn't leave up Spell Pierce mana. Okay, well, Elf. Get ourselves another Elf. Play that Elf. And bash in. Offer up a trade. Kindling Phoenix is a bit annoying. So here's where it's tricky. We can just keep attacking in and constantly losing one of our Growth Chamber Guardians. But we can keep getting them. So I think we just need to get our opponent's life total down. Kindling Phoenix is actually very good against us. So is a Growth Chamber Guardian. Beast Whisperer is pretty good if it lives. So next turn we can play Marwyn, leave up a Spell Pierce mana. We'll draw some stuff off of the Beast Whisperer if it survives. They already used 2 Lava Coils, so hopefully they're not running tons of burn. Cloud Harpooner's fine, no flyers here. Man, I want to make a crazy Gruul deck with Rhythm of the Wild in these. Or like a Jund Rhythm of the Wilds deck, like super janky, just all in on a massive hasty Crawl Harpooner. I think I might do that. Okay, so we're going to start. No auto tapper. I don't want to do that. I want to hold up my Spell Pierce because of this. Yeah, so the auto tapper can burn you pretty good. No attacks. All right, so their growth chamber train is about to start. So I guess like a Forerunner would be pretty good coming up. Steel Leaf is good, so let's draw some cards and then draw a lot more cards. So draw 2 cards. And draw 2 more cards. Play a land. I can make 4 mana, 5 mana. Resolve. Draw 2 more cards. Evolve my Pelt Collectors. Make Marwyn bigger. No attacks. Okay. So I think next turn we're going to be in pretty good shape to potentially just Alpha Strike for the win. We can double evolve our Pelt Collectors with these 2 and play a Lord. It's going to be pretty hard for them to keep up. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attackers. They have 9 life. If I can get through with 3 toughness creature or 3 power creatures, we got it. I think they need to hold back here. Oh, how so greedy. That's your best blocker. Okay. So we begin by just playing this. Get all the value. Name Elf. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's play a Lord. Oh my god, I wanted to draw a Forerunner so bad. So I have 1 non-Marwyn draw here. Come on, Endraiser. Whatever. Our opponent is going to be incredibly outgassed pretty soon here. This is a pretty ridiculous board state. I think I just play another one. Just attacking it for 24, no big deal. Man, I would love to play a Forerunner right now. That would be so satisfying. So yeah, I would have been convinced that this would have been a pretty bad matchup for us, but our opponent didn't really... They didn't have what it took. Don't need, don't need, don't need, I don't need. I guess a Skargan Hellkite gets me to 1? Not even. I don't know what our opponent would have. Hopefully they're honorable and just play it out or concede. They don't make me wait for an hour. Come on. Oh my good God. Are they gonna do it? Oh my God. If they have double collision or Colossus and they've just been trolling, oh my God, thank God. That would have been out of control. All right, one more, people. Let's do this. We either win or we lose. Either way, we had fun. Beat a lot of mono red along the way. And in the end, can you ever really ask for anything else? Kind of slow, but with 2 Pel Collectors, I mean, our draws are pretty live. So let's run it out. Ooh, Malta 6. All right. Things are looking good. Oh, control, finally. All right, so this is a pretty bad hand against control, but at least we have green and blue mana, so pretty soon our counter elves are going to be ideal. Same with our just general counter spells. This is a very bad hand against control. Frilled Mystic is... Alright, so we're playing against like the Turbo Niv Mizzet deck, probably. I mean, I'm just running into Deafening Clarion here, but... Yeah, they didn't scry on upkeep. It's most likely a Clarion. Yep, just kill him. Just do it. Okay, well, they didn't, and that was like the best draw. No. So why did they leave up 3 mana and take damage to do so? I mean, they have mana to scry, but if they didn't counter, I guess next turn they're probably thinking about countering. Or not countering, clarioning. Oh my god, let me counter a sweeper, please. Oh god, please. I thought for a second when I let go I was gonna counter that opt and I was gonna cry. Come on, let me do it. Let me do it. Aww. Well. If I play this, I attack for 5. No, let's keep this. We wanna keep that to rebuild potentially. We might have this. This Spell Pierce is potentially going to be the most clutch Spell Pierce ever. Because I don't think, even if they activate this, I don't think they have enough to Niv-Miss it. Nope, I lied. They have enough for a Niv-Miss it. Oh, but Revitalize doesn't have it. Come on, let's go. What are we going to do? We might have it. Come on, opponent. You only got 2 treasures. What are you going to do? Oh, come on. Come on, Jace. Come on, Focus 272. Don't do this to me. Well, luckily, it's so early in the game, they only have 1 timeout. They're afraid. They're afraid of the value. They're afraid of the sneaky. They're afraid of this elf who's wearing pelts. Come on, focus. Focus. Well, this is not how I want to win, but if our opponent wants to time us out, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to cast a Niv-Miss it there, go there. I don't really know what they could do. I mean, Deafening Clarion would be their best play because I cannot counter that. To Fairy. Okay. So now I can counter Deafening Clarion.
No time for a break.
I don't want to attack with everything. Okay, never mind. I can fully counter anything. Well, I don't even need to counter anything. There you go. 7-2 with Simic Elves. Not bad. So you can see this deck definitely has some play. Got ourselves an Arch and an Immortal Sun. Not bad. So definitely a fun deck to check out. You basically got to see everything it can do. You kind of sought to get saw it go off with Marwyn and Beast Whisperer. You even got to cast a couple Forerunners, but you really got to see the star of the show with Frilled Mystic here. I mean, with those red deck matchups, I would have been down and out for sure. I recovered from super low life totals, basically a great way to counter some of their burn and then block stuff. And yeah, this deck is super fun. I'm probably going to start making a series of these elf deck videos because there's so many variants you could do. And Simic to me just at first kind of seemed like the easiest competitive one just because of the tempo plays. But yeah, thanks for watching. This was Rob with Multi5.